Hi, TheNamesNiko, and welcome back to my playthrough of Slay the Princess. This is the pristine cut. I am feeling a lot better than I did when I first recorded part 1. Hopefully I won't be coughing as much. Mainly, not that you guys hear the coughing, it's mainly just the pauses and late reactions. I'm sure don't make the playthrough as pristine. I get it, it's the pristine cut. Anyway, but yeah. I drank a bunch of water before this. I'm ready to go into it.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that, you're here to slay her.
Okay. And so we've already done all this before. So we gotta find different options. So let's Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Let's just go to the cabin. So let's take the blade this time.
Take the blade.
And then let's enter. Oh, we got the stabby stab.
The door to the
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you as we're gonna try this option.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise.
Okay, let me move myself up
hero.
a little bit more. There you go. So you can see all the subtitles. There we go. I don't like floating this high up normally, but whatever.
And lock eyes with the princess.
Hi.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I have a knife. Yeah, I mean, I technically haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
No.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare.
I'm not dropping this blade.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
No, we're gonna tighten the grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing.
Actually, am I scared?
Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Uh-oh.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to.
Why don't we just get like a gun? Can we just like shoot her? Bang bang.
So you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Stab.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Fine, let's try, okay? I know you can't see the options, but this option is you can't see. I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade or slay the princess. Fortunately, there's no real good place for me to be, so this is the best spot. So I'm gonna click slay. I'm gonna try to slay the princess again. Or wait, should I just slay the princess?
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Oh my god.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
I was hesitant.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer.
Uh-oh.
You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been
She's
fractured.
strong.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
Uh-oh.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone.
Maybe it's the time-based thing. Maybe I took too long to answer. Maybe I should just click.
We can still turn this
quickly.
around.
Let's finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other.
Stab,
both
stab,
gasping
stab,
for breath,
stab.
equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the
Oh,
princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
oh, great.
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
Oh,
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
no, I
But
don't.
you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, great. Chapter 2, The Adversary. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
This with the
You're
princess.
here to slay her.
I understand. Okay. But I still the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here
I can
again?
assure you that you didn't slay her,
I
and that she
did.
didn't kill you.
I mean, she did.
People don't just spring back to life after dying.
I mean,
and
I
two
just
of us
did.
are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can
Voice
hear
is
us.
stubborn.
The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's
Ooh.
the spirit.
True,
There's
true.
no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Let's try something true violence really happened. Fine, let's just go.
A warning before you go any further. She
What?
will lie.
Yes,
She will
yes.
cheat. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Oh, I guess she didn't really lie or cheat
Are you
last
sure
time.
about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in.
Oh my god.
It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there.
I mean,
So
when you...
don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Let's go. Oh, I accidentally dragged the window.
The cabin is tighter than its
the
exterior
hell is
would
this?
suggest. Its cold stone walls
looks
press in on
different.
you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Isn't how about the mirror?
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar.
Oh
the
my
blade
gosh, this guy
sitting
keeps
on the altar,
denying the
and the door to
mirror.
the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
Honestly, I mean, finally. Fine, it doesn't matter.
It does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying
Look,
to
the
you.
mirror's
Use
gone.
your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless?
It
What
just
good
disappeared.
would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. So all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Okay, let's take the blade again.
Take the blade from the altar. It
Yes,
would be
it
difficult
would
to
be
slay
difficult.
the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Very true. Let's go. Got the knife. We got our stabby stab.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger?
Ooh.
Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Yeah, she wants to kill.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I
Okay.
appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Well, why can't we have both?
As you descend the
Ooh.
final step,
She's got like
the form
devil
of the princess
tail
comes into
now,
view.
and
A large
the
shackle
devil ant
leading from her
horns.
wrist to the basement wall.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall
Those are
without
like
a second
hooves.
thought.
Looks like.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
Girl, she
I'm going to
seems
have
eager.
fun breaking you into little pieces.
I hope you heard that all, Mr. Neri. This is a lot different than last time, but last time definitely
What's that?
happened.
Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you and the princess remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe you.
Okay.
For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Yeah, but you're the only person who doesn't.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Oh. So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life.
3 minutes
So,
of my
why don't
life.
we do it again?
Oh my gosh.
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack for how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh my god. Alright, let's attack. You know what? Let's go.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the whetstone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
I'll make this count.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win.
She's huge.
The music.
But that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow. Think it through. And don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Now we're gonna bait for an opening to outmaneuver
Push
her.
yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening.
But
You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
she seems giga strong though.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Yeah.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place. And I own you.
Well, what? Huh?
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, pressure unbearable as her fingers
Did you just
dig
crush
into
my
your
skull in
scalp.
her hand?
The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter.
I'm
Everything goes dark, and you die.
dead. Oh, great. Chapter 3, The Eye of the Needle.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Oh my
Fear is
God.
good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here.
Then why aren't you like confused what's happening?
We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin.
Bro, this seems like we're in a cave,
It's
not
good to
in
know
a
that at least
forest.
one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
We haven't talked about enough about how different this place is. I won't even call these woods
It's
exactly.
evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed.
We've changed?
The woods changed too.
I guess we have different voices in
Because
our
they're not
head.
supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
Uh-oh. If I don't agree with the plan, what if you rather than now what happens next? It seems like all the answers are in the cabin. Let's just go. The cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious...
No last advice for us? No words of warning?
No, I didn't want
What
to
I
skip
gather,
it, sorry.
you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
Catharsis.
This is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase.
Let's just go.
The interior of the cabin is
There's a mirror
suffocatingly
again.
tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine blade perched
The
on
pristine
edge.
cut. It's the pristine
The
blade.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it.
Okay, fine. So that stupid mirror's back.
But there is no mirror. There's the iron altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
There isn't a door.
There is. Circles, circles, all of it circles. There's something for us at the end of the room. The what and the why don't matter until we know them.
I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. When worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
Okay, fine. Let's grab the blade
You
once
take the blade from the
again.
altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the
We will
world
try.
without a weapon.
Again.
Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Let's approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you.
It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Just
You
smash
bring
it.
your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the
There's
dim
no
path
mirror.
ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom.
Oh, with the climb
But it will
down.
require careful effort. The air
Oh
hissing
my
up from
God.
below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
No, you said that the last
Her
time.
voice, bold and fierce and impatient,
She's like a demon.
echoes from the chamber below.
Devil.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do
Oh my
better than
gosh, she
that.
really is like
Go to her.
wants to taunt
Rile her
me.
up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Fine. Well, so if you want to fight, then how about come you get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Those chains were nothing to her last time.
Yeah, exactly.
There'll be nothing to her this time. But we need to show ourselves first to make her boil over. Fine
Okay,
by me.
fine. Go.
You've nowhere to go but down.
Yep.
You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. We'll need to be faster than her.
Uh-oh.
You turn to face what lies at the end of
jeez.
the narrow tunnel. The princess,
tails now has, like,
imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you
scales
from
on
the
them.
darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
She's like a real masochist, huh?
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run.
I really don't like the sound of this.
It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do.
Oh boy. Do I really?
So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Wow, there's a lot of options. I'm free when he insists on fighting me to the death. Yeah.
This again? What does free even mean? Here and there, none of that matters. I'm always in a body. I'm always in one place. Why do you act like you know me better than I know myself?
Huh?
I had what I wanted. I had something perfect and it ended. And now that it's gone, you just keep dangling it in front of me. It's more than teasing. It's cruel. It's cowardly. It's selfish. I know what I want.
She just wants a good
and I'm
fight,
sick
really.
of waiting.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
Oh god.
Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance.
Uh-oh.
As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and
Jeez.
hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, little bird.
Little
Where
bird.
do you think you're going?
We're almost there.
Run.
Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there.
Well, to just trust the voice of the hunted, because
And
we're
we'll
being
take the
hunted.
fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass.
Oh
You glance
gosh,
back
she's
at the cabin as the princess,
Giga.
singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a
She has
dangerous
some
path.
thighs,
If you waver
jeez.
once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
Let's slay the princess then. Let's go.
You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
Charging me head on. Brave and foolish.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left now.
Okay.
As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike.
Strike.
Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we?
Let's
Just
go.
might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yeah.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going, we can't stop now!
Jeez, are we
You spy an
bloodthirsty?
opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you
No.
sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground.
Uh-oh.
Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
Do we win?
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
What the? Oh. I see. Wide open field. Lure a hulking foe to advantageous terrain and win. Easy. We won. Let's go. We slayed the princess. Okay, here, I'll read this. But you do not have the time to respond, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memories return.
She's
Memory
gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
The mirror.
Why is it here? Why now?
Yeah, I'll move myself back again. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. Exactly.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Death. Real death.
Screw that! This can't be the end, it just can't!
This is the end. Hold your breath and count the time. Push the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Remains. You're unraveled. You're unraveled. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. Proceeds to the cabin. Hello, being. You are at the cabin. Okay, let's talk to her. What's up?
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
I know.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want me to tell? You want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least, there are supposed to be people. Do you think that anyone is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Do you know what's gonna happen when you're awake? When you send me back, I'm not alone. They're supposed to speak to me. Some of them are me. but one of them is calling something else. They call him the narrator. He wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't know. He does? Oh, he does. Okay. Yeah, I guess he does have to do. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does. When I find him, you and I are finally gonna have answers. Am I gonna kill the narrator? I don't know why, but I know this is for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening.
Oh.
Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think, at least they're supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real.
Yeah, do you think we're real?
Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
I guess that makes sense. Kind of, that feels very philosophical. In order to have, there can only be nothing if something exists, and if something exists, therefore nothing can't exist, pretty much, right? Because nothing is the opposite of something, right? Or of everything, I guess, technically. How many vessels are you burning?
1.
Oh,
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And
only
then
one
gravity
more.
will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one remembers a spark lost in time, and she would stop at nothing to reclaim it. She will make for a burning heart.
I see.
Do not mourn her. She has finally remembered what she thought she'd lost.
Okay. This is the last stage before you can leave, so I'm not going back. I'm gonna stay here. This is the last time. Is there anything you'd like to bring me?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Do you know what's gonna happen when you wake? There's trees, there's people, at least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
What do you mean? Anyways, this is the last stage before you leave, and I'm not going back.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
Oh. Wait.
I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Oh. Oh. The game closed itself. Oh boy. Fair enough. Let's go back in then. I'm ready. Yeah, this is the tricks pulled in. I think Undertale one shot does it. If it's more of an indie game thing to like force close your game and then you have to open it. I think what other game was there? No...
You have returned to me.
Oh.
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
You returned to me. Attempt to outweigh your destiny. I never left your side. Well, I guess she's fine. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Okay, everything goes dark and you die. Bring the eye of the needle to her. Okay, here on the princess.
You're on a path.
Okay, let's Yeah, okay with the world
Of course
ending.
I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody
Yeah.
wants the world to end.
Why not?
I mean, maybe some people do, like
Mm-hmm.
nihilists or very, very evil people, but
No,
surely you're not
yeah.
one of those, right?
I'm a nihilist. We've already done the nihilist ending though, so if I will just go.
Don't mention it. It's all
Yeah, we'll try to kill her
take the blade from the
without
tape.
hesitating. So I'll just click slay the princess. I'm here. I'm a man on a mission.
The door to her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds.
Just checking in.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was
Okay.
starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Okay, let's see. Are you here to kill me or something? Still your nerves and step
You
forward.
step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh,
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right?
okay. Now let's slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your
I'm
blade
not
already sinking
hesitating.
deep into her heart.
Oh. This
Yeah.
is it, isn't it?
Pretty much.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder,
What?
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
I
Yes.
mean, we've done this multiple
Even as she
times.
lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course, I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy. Of course it is. She's dead. And so I can't click on the other options.
Yes.
She's dead.
Exactly. It's over.
Okay. Well, that was easy.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Now
Why do I
what?
feel like we've done something terrible?
I
You
don't know.
did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad.
Okay.
But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Let's leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far
Are we in like a
away.
vacuum? Like what?
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
They said there was a reward for killing her. Yeah, that's bullshit.
What's done is done. And
Let me
there's no
outta
going
here.
back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades.
Okay, well, this guy's a
It's all
liar. Where's my
wonderful,
reward?
boring blur. You've
He
never
promised a
been
reward if
happier.
I killed her, and I did.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Of course we are. Look at here. I'll know. How do you have any idea how the heck we
do.
get out of here?
But you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
You know, wouldn't we be dead if we used the blade
How
on us?
astute. You are absolutely correct.
Yes.
Using the blade to kill yourself would
Oh,
kill you,
duh.
and you shouldn't do it. In a
Yeah, you
sense, we
shouldn't.
die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore?
I mean, I'm
This
alive.
place, it's nothing.
But yeah, there's
It's
only a
absolutely
table
nothing.
here.
It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out
How do we
there,
eat
but
or anything?
trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
True. I'm pretty upset if we died. I'm not risking death over your weird hunch. Yeah, let's see.
What a relief.
A little bit
I suppose
wild.
we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind.
It's true.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning.
What?
Time, that is. Not
Oh.
happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
It
Please,
does?
shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence.
I do?
Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist.
I do?
Happy. Forever.
Oh. You got a good ending. You did it. You saved
You
everyone.
have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
The hell? There's no going back now. Past the point of no return. Uh-oh. Didn't you hear that happy? Okay, maybe I'm not happy.
Because I have an idea to get us out of here.
We
But you're
cannot have a
probably
good
not going to
ending.
like it. The blade. We can use... I can hear... He's right.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so we can't. We already did the other option, so... You better be right about this or be upset if we
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An
No.
eternity of bliss?
No.
You ingrate?
How's this blissful? What?
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still
I
as
see.
pristine as the day you first
Would your
handled it.
hair... I feel like your hair wouldn't remain, right? It's organic, too. It would disintegrate, would it not?
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Stabby stab.
The end.
Yay!
Nice knowing you.
Bye-bye. Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're
Spectra.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a
There's a
cabin.
cabin. And the
And in
basement of the
that
cabin is a princess. Wow.
You're here to slay her.
Mhm.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard. You're in it for now. I'm wise to
My
your tricks.
tricks?
Yeah, there's no
What on earth are you
reward.
talking about?
You
We've
lied
just
to
met
me,
for the first time.
you fool. You said there'd be...
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to
Where's
kill
the
her
cold?
last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Okay, yeah, why should I listen
Those
to
are
you?
two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
It
Let's
does.
say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or
It
at
is.
least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died,
I
which
did.
probably only happened because you didn't listen to
Well,
me.
yeah, because you wanted me to live a life of nothingness.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and
Yep.
then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want
Well, yeah, you didn't want me to do that, but you wanted me to live a
Believe it
life
or
in a
not,
void
I
for
care
eternity.
about you.
What kind of life is that,
And I
you
believe your
fool?
other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty
Yeah,
consequence-free
that sounds
to me.
pretty consequence-free, I agree.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here.
I
Did
don't know.
time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you
That's
failed
a
to
good
slay
question.
the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
I don't
It
know.
doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her.
I guess that's also true.
If she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
I might be agreeing with the cold
Just stay
voice.
focused, will you?
Fine, let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go.
She
any
will
further.
lie and cheat.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she won't be a problem.
That she won't be a problem.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh,
cold.
this is definitely
A
different.
soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs
It's like
flutter in the corners. You can
wallpaper
hear
ripped
wind
off.
whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if
Honestly,
you
I'm
want
not
to
gonna
do this
use the mirror.
right.
Every time I mention it, he's like, there's no mirrors here.
It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead.
That's true.
Killed her already.
Not gonna mention the mirror. Let's just grab the blade and go.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah, I understand. Let's just go. See, the mirror just disappears again. Whatever.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very
I feel like that
building
makes more
itself
sense than...
feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here.
Ma'am.
Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Let's go check.
As you descend the final
Yeah,
step,
she's dead.
the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
I told you, I already said the
Okay.
princess.
She's definitely dead.
Looks
It's
pretty
just
dead.
like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
No.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
I don't know.
Ghost!
It's a ghost. We need to call the Ghostbusters.
Oh. Wow.
Something strange.
How
in the
absolutely
neighborhood.
terrifying.
Who you gonna call?
What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, it's you.
Hi.
Hiya, Keller. I
Hi.
was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting
Oh,
went.
well, okay, what kind of issues? I mean, other than being dead and all.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she
It must be
circles.
cold, get a shiver down my spine.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing.
That's what I
across
felt,
your
the
skin.
shivers. Oh.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again.
Bro, how do you kill a ghost?
If
We
we
ain't
wanted to.
Ghostbusters. We'll wait and see how things play out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again.
I did.
So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. It's already happened. We killed
Yes,
her.
obviously things are strange.
Strange?
Now
I think that's a little
it's
bit.
safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened. But you have a job to finish.
She's already dead.
Finish how? We already did what you told us. And now she's a ghost. You haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though.
Do you think we can slay a ghost?
Then what? And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Are you gonna
even
put us
still
in
an
a front of
option.
void again?
What do you mean, after? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? You're going to try and lock us
Exactly.
away in a timeless void again?
Yep.
Because I didn't much care for that.
I'm not going to lock you anywhere.
What an interesting
Choice of it. Yeah, he's not gonna lock us because we're free to leave, but if we leave the cabin, we fall into an empty void and just... I guess you can't... There's no landing, it's a void, you just... fall forever. I killed you, what are you doing not being dead?
I don't feel very bad, but I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me.
I see.
Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers, or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost.
Yeah.
Unless we are?
Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely.
What? Death's just a concept? Oh, he's right there though, your dead body.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
Yeah.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
What do you...
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be.
Oh my god.
There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
Uh-huh. You know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you.
No.
Or maybe you have unfinished business with me.
Do I?
All I know is there's a hole in my chest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not the big obvious one that you put there.
No.
There's something older and deeper. A
Okay.
nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Where are you supposed to be then?
Home.
Where's home?
And just where is home?
That's my question.
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here.
I see.
But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away.
Well, what direction?
Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
Uh-huh.
How specific?
Yeah.
How convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
How do I know the world didn't end the last time? Do you want me? I'm sorry. Is there any way I can make it up to you? If I knew how to talk to you, I would have slain you. Yeah, I died too, and I'm not
You
floating.
don't look dead, killer.
Well, yeah, I know.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
Yeah.
And you don't feel dead either.
Yeah, I know.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
No.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
I mean, what I
I've
am.
tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
I see.
I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please,
I
can't
can?
you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you owe me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
That's what it kind of sounded like.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let her
It would
possess
be
us.
catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in,
There is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Oh, the voices.
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
With him?
I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Okay, maybe we do want to be possessed. This will be temporary. You'll leave once we're out of the cabin.
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long
Like what? How long?
long time.
Like 1,000 years? 100 years?
Don't much like the sound
How
of
long are we
that.
talking about?
It's crowded enough in here as is. It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
That's pretty true.
That is a very dangerous train of thought.
Yeah, okay. I'll let you go in. Do I still get the beat? Yeah. Do I still be
Sure.
strong?
Why not?
That doesn't sound very reassuring. I can't believe you're even entertaining her right now. I mean, just look at her.
I'm a little
Do
bit
you think she has
curious.
good intentions for her murderer's body?
Probably
Of
not.
course she doesn't.
We're gonna talk about what happened after you leave this place. Absolutely in the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
Sure.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this and I'll record this later. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was starting to fall asleep. I'm hopefully rested a little bit. Yeah, I'm better and more awake now. Obviously, it was wrong of me to believe that. How could you have ended the world if all took to kill you was a knife to the heart? What are you gonna do if I help you get out of here? We're gonna end the world? Let's ask.
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
What are you gonna do if I help you get out of here? You didn't answer the question. Do you want to end the world?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
You're still in my question. If you don't want to end it, does letting you out of here mean the world is gonna end?
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
True. Shut up.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there,
Huh?
not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think.
What do you
What does it
mean?
mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
Let's just leave it at that. Okay, fine. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself, satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? I already did that, and I wouldn't be too hard to do that again. If I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, a stupid bug was flying in my face. Is he dead? At least mostly dead. What can even do to hurt me?
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's a ghost.
Exactly.
Ghosts can't hurt us.
That's for me to know. And for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out. Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who to trust.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. If you're dead, there's so much for me to do. I guess I'll get going. I will slay the
Without a moment's
princess.
hesitation, you lash out with your blade.
We'll try.
It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from,
See, she's not alive.
all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You're adorable when you're confused.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Huh?
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
If I knew okay, team, I'm out of ideas, thoughts.
She might be making it hard for us to kill her body, but those bones look very...
We're gonna
very
break her
real.
bones?
Maybe breaking them breaks her. Or maybe burying them would put her to rest. Don't take any piece of her outside of this cabin. Maybe you should stop looking for loopholes and try harder to actually slay her.
What do you mean
But we are
harder?
trying.
Yeah, you fool. Slay the princess harder.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she
Yeah.
disappears.
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room.
Oh,
You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here.
uh-oh.
All
Bye.
I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
Uh-oh.
Violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then...
Did I?
Nothing happens. Are you sure about that?
Oh, okay.
Something should have happened, and yet it didn't. We're fine.
Oh, okay. Stare at her in
I
silence.
can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is.
Uh-oh.
The horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed.
Uh-oh.
Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
That's the princess.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too
Oh,
late.
there's a worse face to
In
suffer
her
than a
hand,
broken
you
heart.
realize she
Heart
clutches your
ripper.
still beating heart.
Oh god.
It thumps.
It reminds me of Once Upon a Time. They rip out people's hearts
We
and it beats
get
like
her?
this.
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
Afraid you'll
Bye-bye.
never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, great. Chapter 3, The Wrath. Or the Wraith.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her again.
Pretty much, yeah.
The deck's stacked,
The Wraith.
isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it. Come on,
What is this
let's not give
cobweb
in to all
place?
that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. And what if there isn't? Aren't
At least
you
they cheated.
listening to me? What if
I mean,
all
yeah,
of
it does
this
feel a
was
bit
rigged from the
cheated.
start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all
Maybe.
some kind of sick joke to them. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even.
Yeah.
Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
What?
Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us.
Pretty much.
That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
That's bullshit.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent...
I didn't lock you in the cabin.
Void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy?
No.
Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead.
Pretty much.
This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seemed to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
And why should we help you? All you're gonna do is lock us away forever again.
I won't do that. I promise. Oh yeah, sure. That changes everything. I mean, he did promise, and you believed him.
Are you the same way we met in the other loops? You were quite quick to accept that we've been here
If
before.
I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So,
okay.
Yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves.
I see.
But he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly.
I do?
I suggest you use it.
Okay, we killed her and been killed by her. Neither of those things have gone well for us. We're gonna fall through this loop forever. Eventually, we're gonna let her out. Might as well do it now. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option. There's something else we haven't tried.
You
Let's
have
leave.
already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Okay, never mind. We cannot leave the cabin. Well, let's
You're
see.
making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice.
I mean,
You do have free will.
I do
much
not
as
have
things
free
would
will.
be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the
I
correct
don't. I
choice
wanted to
forever,
leave, and I was
never
told
deviating.
I made a promise or something, and I can't go back on
How
it.
convenient. Everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him.
I
Makes me want
agree.
to end the world out of spite. On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's
Yeah,
throw
let's
him
put you in an
someplace that
internal
never ends.
place and tell you the beat that you're
I'd like to see
happy.
what that does to him.
True, I agree. Let's just go
You
to the
continue
cabin.
down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
Okay, let me, one second, I gotta reset my headphones.
The more he
Okay, I'm
talks,
back.
the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Okay, my headphones seem to still be disconnecting and reconnecting. It's odd. Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won.
Fair enough.
Take it however you will.
Let's go to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is
Lots of
long
curtains
and
in
dark,
this one.
a single narrow hallway stretching
There's no
far
lamp in
in the
this one.
distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's
No, there's no knife in this
strange.
world.
What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Yeah, I don't know.
Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, let's just approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the
Whatever.
gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your
Trepidation.
hackles as it gently pushes you
Where
forward
did that word go?
towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Ooh, who is
We've always
watching
been
us?
watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over.
Okay.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Let's wait for the mirror.
What are the odds
queen.
she's waiting for us right now, just out of sight, on the other side of that glass? You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Oh.
Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again?
Oh.
I know exactly how you feel.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle.
Uh-oh.
Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts.
Uh-oh.
Bones snap.
Oh.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips
Oh,
your leg in a
Jesus.
steel vice,
Oh,
her
my
grin
leg doesn't look
carved
too good.
jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
Well, it was only one other time. It wasn't over and
Even
over.
after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And
What?
for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse.
Well, I don't have a knife this time, so...
Well, maybe a lot worse. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
How are you gonna walk it out? You literally broke my leg.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade?
True.
Well, unless you have any specific ideas. I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Look, we're even now. I killed you and then you killed me. Water under the bridge, right? I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a victim in all this too, you know. Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you better? Make you know better than me? You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this. Do you need to take my body? Can't I just open the door for you? Look, we're even now. I killed you and you killed me. Water's under the bridge.
And you think that's even?
Yeah.
How adorable. But I think you forgot about the part where you tried killing me again.
Yeah, but tried doesn't mean I succeeded.
If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
Uh-oh. You don't have to be evil, you don't have to do this.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Evil is all about perspective. After all you've done, why would I ever care about what you think of me?
There. I guess that's fair, you know what?
Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
Oh
You remain
gosh.
pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon. So I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means
great.
that I and the rest of the world are out of
Well,
luck
it's not my
too.
fault there's no weapon here. If I use...
And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here?
That's what I just said. Whose fault is it, buddy?
Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are
Sure.
you seriously trying to blame this on
Yeah,
us?
don't put the blame on me.
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Oh, thanks.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Oh god, but then not so
I know.
uncomfortable.
You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support.
There's another option, you know.
Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere.
Oh, let's go to the
Let's
abyss.
throw ourselves into the abyss.
Sure.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
That doesn't sound good. Let's go to the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss. Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle
Well, if
over
I
the
die,
reins
you
of
ain't
your
living
body.
here, lady.
One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter.
Pretty much.
Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing.
True.
It's just a step away.
Yeah, but you lose too. Like,
You throw everything
Exorcist
you have
3.
against her
When
and
taking
manage
against your
for
will,
one
deal with your enemy
brief
the only way
moment
you know how,
to
I guess.
overpower the
You.
princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward.
The only way you
Darkness
can.
swallowing you whole. Her thought slips through you, unheeded.
Well,
as you
that I
fall.
did it more out of
and
spite
fall.
than anything, to be honest. That was more like a fuck you.
What an end. But at least it's ours.
True.
An empire of frigid nothing.
I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it.
What happens now?
I mean, we just fall forever.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now. Oh? And why is that?
Oh. Oh.
He's gone.
The narrator left. Uh-oh. Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel a something, a mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What is happening to me?
Bye. You've been consumed. But you don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance underneath your feet. Once more, memories return.
She's gone.
Pretty much, yeah.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why
It's
is it
the
here?
mirror.
Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but not for me. We've just been here, and you always get
But it
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. You don't need to comfort them.
Something I don't know. We're just going to the other side. I'll see you on the other side. I'll be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We trust you. So, this is all going to work out. Whatever makes you happy.
Let's go. You approach the mirror, you gaze into your reflection. Silence. As you reach forward, they're gone. Once again, the mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. Oh. You are nothing at all. Ooh, there's like a crow. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. Refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, but beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh, you're the narrator. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So, you're the narrator. I was wondering if I get to see you again.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Interesting. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not, look, we have like an eyeball for our cursive now. What the hell? There's a lot of options. Sorry, I know I'm covering them. Alright, we'll move over here. Because what are you? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Can I ask you something? It's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me, or are you something else? I met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? Destroy the mirror. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Oh, so we only have a limited amount of questions. Okay, come. What is this place? Where are we?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done.
The
It
job.
was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now.
No.
It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Yeah, do you have anything to say for yourself or all this
I
hubris?
do. People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Okay. Everything you've done, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
So you set this up, but you're dead? What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you?
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
Oh, I think I chose the first option.
I'm an
Oopsie.
echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and
What?
I'm what's left of him.
Someone
Not that
made
I'm the
me.
only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
When you realized you doubted yourself, you thought that all this was wrong.
Oh, did I? That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. This construct you're in contains every possible world at once. The fact that you managed to find one reality among trillions where I was delusional proves nothing.
Man, there's so many questions you can ask this guy. Okay, sure. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is given them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
Yeah, but that's a good thing at times. That's the thing. So you know about this looping? How many times I met you, you denied it even being a possibility. Why'd you lie to me? If you made me, then what? Yeah, what am I?
You're the long quiet,
The long
god
quiet.
I made to rid the world of death.
I'm the god. I'm a god. Oh, okay. Death of the author. Run out of questions. I think you're out of time. I'm not gonna slay her. I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy. I'm going to destroy her. I can also lie about it. How is that what I'm still gonna do yet? I still have to see what she thinks about all this, say nothing, and watch him end. So, if you're saying I'm a god that was created to kill death itself, the concept of death, or then, but again, a lot of things, it's a world without death is just like there's still pain and suffering. You don't remove that by removing death. Sometimes death is needed in the world. Like, I'm not saying it's like everything deserves to die, but eventually, a lot of times you can end. You get to a place where you death is easier, or like your body can't, like your body is just in so much pain. I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Bye-bye. As the final... Oh gosh, I move myself once again. Sure, here. As final fragments of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right, you are the long quiet. A long quiet, all this is you. A vast and nascent god. It is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Cheat to the cabin one last time. A driven heart, bring the wraith to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. No. Oh.
I can finally see you.
Hi.
And you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I'm a long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
You know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Excuse me. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature.
Wait, what? Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our
I think I already
liberation?
explained. I think a world does need death in it, because death does not remove pain and suffering. Like, there's so many stories we've left to finish. Can we really just leave? Yeah, exactly.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me? Yeah, exactly. Why is it falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's see. I guess there's so many questions. I need answers before I can make a choice. I really do need answers.
My very nature is paradox,
Oh, great.
as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic.
That's fair, honestly.
But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Uh-oh. What? I didn't want this. I wanted like a nice peaceful chat. Jesus. When forced between choosing your death and forfeiting your body, you chose agency. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I did. That's true. I chose agency. Agency requires action, and action requires an endless tapestry of events. In your final moments, would you remove action itself from reality? No. No. First time we met, I executed you without a second thought, and at the end of my confrontation with your spirit, I hurled you down a bottomless pit. Ooh, interesting. Just this vessel's statement. Appeal to your shared humanity. Speak about life and death and change and stagnation. That isn't what any of this has been about. Reject your authority. You've done nothing but lecture me. Oh, you can't see. Oh my gosh. Fine, I'll just cover this. Reject your authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I've got here. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Protect or something. Don't engage in violence. The first time I met, I executed you without a second thought. And ended my confrontation with your spirit. I hurled you down a bottomless abyss. I mean, I kind of did do that. You're not wrong. But we'll explore. If I address this vessel statement directly, can I say with certainty what shape A world without your world, without you will take. I don't want that world to come past. You didn't give me much choice. Can you say with certainty that what shape world without you will take? Yeah.
I know what I am, but I do not know what I am not. If a world without me is so unknown, then how can you be so sure you want to create it?
I crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back.
Oh god, this one.
You run, but you do not run away. You take me somewhere new, somewhere we can dance like we used to. But I could not follow your steps. There was no better gift for me than the gift of defeat. You showed me how much more I could be. We made each other better.
So we're gonna go on all the souls that we
challenges to fade into
captured,
nothing.
okay.
A life without obstacles is no life at all.
That's true. Remember the moment of my victory, as soon as you entered my domain, I destroyed you. I don't know why this text is red. Just for us to say directly, we speak about life and death and change the name, that isn't what this has been about. Your independence. Yeah, there's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you, I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender. We've both become better for what we've been through, haven't we? Not all souls are equal. Can meaning not exist in the absence of cruelty and blame? That's what I was thinking. This one. As I said. But I was talking more about death. There's still pain and suffering. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Isn't that the expression, right? The meaning not exist in the absence of cruelty and pain.
To lose me is to remain the same. What meaning can be taken from a single moment frozen in time?
To lose me is to remain the same. What meaning can be taken? That's true. That's true.
All conflict is violence, but to remove conflict itself is to remove the textures that define us.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you.
This one.
Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Oh, here. Thank you for sharing yourself with me. I don't need to share my heart with anyone. I wish I could share my heart with you. Show me your heart break. It was terrible to say. That's what it takes to rid the world of suffering. I could bear the solitude. If I had to be alone for eternity, but I removed all world suffering. No, again, I think there needs to be some suffering in order to grow and become a better person, really. Thank you for sharing yourself with me, I'll say that.
I'm aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift.
Okay.
A picture of a life, and a picture of a life, and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale? You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair, you lifted my chin. And the two of us danced beneath the stars.
Yeah.
But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out, and the walls can crash them down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and doubt and change and stagnation. That's what this has been about. Arguing independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. I won't engage in violence. There's no need to keep fighting. I'm not gonna surrender. So glad to dance with you. That was a mockery of the life we shared. What we shared there was agony, but it doesn't have to be like that. We found a way to make things. I never want to hold the world still, but is suffering the only alternative? I'd never want to hold the world still. It needs you. The only reason we weren't happy was because we couldn't forget. There's a version of that world worth living in. So yeah, remember it was like the scenarios that she kept like making us like things to do, but just things just become unsatisfying over time until we went out and we danced under the stars. Pretty much that's what kind of happened. Yeah, I never want to hold this world so suffering. I don't think there has to be permanent suffering. Yeah, I never want to hold it needs you. I agree with that.
You're starting to wake up. Leave with me when the time comes, and we can dance forever.
Hey, show me. Oh gosh, it's the scissor lady again.
Boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it.
Thanks, scissor lady.
On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, and alive and dead, all at once.
I see.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
You think? I did rise far above you, and I am far above you still. I will destroy you now, as I destroyed you then. So do I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that's like a hot take to say that. I do think death needs to exist in the world. If she's the embodiment of death, I think that there still needs to be some death, because I've explained it already times. That's how things change. And so, I mean, I'm saying about how things change, like biologically, evolution. And things change by things dying. You eat other things to sustain yourself. There's a circle of life. If you hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive. Also, good to finally win, even if it was going to cost me a life. Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning. So this is like, what is this? The end justifies the means? Isn't that what it is? Is what this one's saying? Does the end justify the means? Not. And snatched the body away. We would have killed each other. We were self-destructive. Yeah, pretty much this one.
Were we self-destructive, or did the beauty of our dance reach beyond the shadow of death? It was lethality that made us what we were.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? What happens if we leave?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Okay, I'm ready to leave, but how do we leave? I never want to fight you. But how do I leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Slay the princess. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. I can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You do everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. Now I'll explore. It's easy to believe in things you believe in when you get to sit above all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
So, at this point, now look, do we slay her? Do we slay the princess? Based on what I know, I don't think we should. But maybe she's like Thanos. So she said what we do is we destroy the universe and then create a new universe. And what the cycle would repeat, but like how long does the one live for? I have to fight for a better world. But a world without death is that I don't think that's a world worth fighting for. Is death considered cruelty? Not in all instances. You know what? I will leave it there. Honestly, I think this will be the route I choose. Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave?
Nothing
We
brings
carve
me greater
meaning
joy
through
than
conflict.
to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Okay, I'll free myself then. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, twisted and crumbled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take your hand. After all at once, the unyielding tension breaks. What, is this us destroying this universe? You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There is no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. So what now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. The hell? You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally at home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. And that's the end of the game? Oh, okay. I thought this game was a lot longer, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know there's lots of different endings. Of course, I think I didn't get them all. Oh, I didn't get them all for sure. I saw there's like over 100 achievements. I think I had like 20. Play the princess. Well, because I like philosophical things, and part of me is wondering if I didn't understand the game properly. and so I feel like I have to like partly look it up to see if I did understand it. But if the understanding was that your job was to actually kill death itself and get rid of it, then I've already explained I don't think there can be a world that's healthy without death in it. I think death is just a natural thing to occur, and in life there must be death. I don't know. And being immortal, is it worth living on forever? Some people say yes to that question, some people say no. I think it really depends. Like for me, I'd be fine to be immortal if my body didn't age. Thanks to Gab, Smolder, Markiplier, the Only Badass Heroes, a bunch of those people. Thank you much for playing our song. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. An expression of our gratitude. Here's the track order. Your special playlist just for you. If you like it, take a screenshot. You can hide the UI by thanking our songs. Ooh. Here's the track order for a special playlist just for me. The Shifting Mound Movement 3, The Eye of the Needle, Picking It When I'm Owed, Long Quiet. I guess this is the songs that I heard in my playthrough, the order of it. So we started here, The World Entered, Virtually Assured Destruction with the Scissor Lady, then we died, we did once, Oblivion Minted, then twice, and then Moment Clarity. This one is when we actually met her, like the actual princess, not the fake princess. And then, yeah, okay. But I'm recording this, so if I really want to know, I can see it here. Wow. Now you finished the full story for the first time. You also unlock Gallery. You can access her in the main in-game menus under the Memories tab. Solo close to help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. And you can just join that. All of them. I'm already in their Discords because I said I like their other games rather hollow, so yeah. We can see the gallery. Or memories, I guess they call it. So the hero and the princess ending. Everything would be so easy if you would just do exactly as I say as quickly as you could. Find the beast, find the prisoner. Find the tower, find the specter, find the razor. But yeah, we did this one. I thought you said she was unharmed. Wow, there's a lot of different vessels. We got Adversary, the song we write in our blood. You're the adversary. We only have 3 of these. Wow. We didn't get many of them. Die pathetically to an abrasive prisoner. I didn't get any of that. The specter, the remains of violence freed from hesitation. This one, oh, is this the ghost? Yeah, she crushed her heart. Okay. Nightmare. Fear locked away in the basement of your mind. Oh, yeah, this ending. Oh, I forgot about this ending. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, you know what? Okay, I remember now. The razor. To look too closely is to redraw the lines. This is Scissor Lady. Okay. Fall to a feral captive. Betray her before she can betray you. The stranger. A peek behind the curtains. Likely far too soon. Apparently I got this one, but I don't have any images of it. Interesting. Feel abrasive prisoner. The damsel. Unquestioning commitment to the other. Yeah, I remember this one where I said I'd never harm her. And see, like, remove it off her. Like, her eyes get really big. I rip out my heart for her. Oh yeah, I remember that ending. Eye of the Needle. For those who dwell in caves, meaning lies beyond the shadows dancing on the walls. This is the big demon. Yeah, her. Angels and demons are cut from the same cloth. It's best to not deny a proud being. One might resist the divine, but there's very hard to kill. It is very hard to kill a god. There is no shame in failing. sometimes when you cut something out of you, a piece of you leaves with it. The wraith, or the wrath. That was the wraith. Wraith, a broken doll, a spirit slain. Oh god. Yeah, no, that thing's creepy. Moment of clarity, bear witness to one's darkest fears. Oh yeah, this thing. Oh my god. We got, actually we got all of these images. I did all of this one. Okay. Interesting. Happily ever after. Everything you didn't know you wanted. This is the happy ending. See, you dance under the stars, and that's her mascara. And then she gets swallowed. I missed 2 of them. Finish playing a game with the help of manipulative voice. Keep the last flame lit forever. Or did I not finish the games? I remember doing the games. It's finally over. Leave with her, hand not in hand. Oh. Interesting. There are other ways to die in nature than to let it swallow you whole. Being one with the princess in a very literal sense may involve but does not necessitate being eaten. Sometimes the only way to break a vicious cycle is to put your heart on the line. When you've seen the worst sights in the prison of the world can offer, you can always choose to walk away empty-handed. Ending everything. Find your freedom as gods forever. Return to your beginning and slay her once and for all. Go back to where it all started. Where it all started, and meet her face to face. The end is never the end. Is never the end. Leave with her at the end of everything. Return to your strange beginning and slay her once and for all. But do I need to play the game again and redo it? I thought that was, we got the credits and everything. Well, anyways, that was a game for sure. As you see, there's still a lot more I could do in the game based off like all the memories you can see. Beginnings and endings. I got technically 2 out of 3 this one. I guess technically I did. The basis between this is when you can damn both of you to an incomplete existence. Oh, you can see us like, oh, we just like start like bones, and there's the crow. So I guess we got this here, but we didn't see all the vessels. I don't know if we'll play again. Let's see all the vessels. Maybe, maybe not. There's just so many games I've been wanting to get to. But the game was definitely not what I expected, for sure. All the different like, voices and the ways that the game can go. Very interesting. And then the ending is like basically you talk to all the different endings and like why you chose them, and like I guess reason your way through it. I guess I don't know. It's just, oh, this is what you did to me, like, and like, it kind of explains in a way that makes it more like a philosophical question. So yeah, definitely very interesting. The game is good for sure. Like, it's not what you expect of the game. I feel like when you see the name Slay the Princess, you're like, why are they slay a princess? But it, I mean, it makes sense. Again, I said that I don't think it's worth having a world without death, but maybe you'd think death should not exist in the world. And then you end up actually slaying her, which I did not. I actually agreed to go with her. If I misinterpreted the ending, I'm gonna be, I'll be like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I might do another part of this game. I will see after I do maybe a bit of more research. But yeah, I did one run, and that's what I saw. And yeah, I think this game's good. Definitely, you should play it. If I'm not gonna do more runs, like I'd highly recommend you grab the game yourself and see. Maybe you choose something different than I would, and then you see a different ending. That, of course, as I mentioned several times, there's at least 3, 6, 9, 12 more vessels you can get than I did. I saw 4, 6, 8, 10. So there's like 22 different vessels, and I got 10 of them, so I got less than half. So definitely, I could do another run of the game. I'm not 100% sure at the time, or if I do, maybe I'll do it in the future. Who knows? But yeah, the soundtrack's great. I really like this song, and I know they made an orchestra version, so I think I'll re-listen to it because it's quite nice. Yeah, feel free to let me know if you disagree with how my thought process was. If I'm completely misunderstanding something, also feel free to let me know. Or maybe if you think I should do another run because I missed something that, like a key aspect that I didn't fully click with me. Maybe I'm not wording that right, but hopefully you understand what I mean. Yeah, feel free to let me know. I also do feel a bit bad. The first part I recorded, I was pretty sick still. I was still a bit sick in this one, but not as badly. I can actually play the game without coughing every minute or so. So yeah, I'm glad to be feeling better overall. Otherwise, if I don't do another part, the next playthrough will be Telltale's Walking Dead series. I have all the games of them, so I'll be playing through that. But yeah, let me know. I said whatever, and I hope you enjoyed the series, and I hope to see you at a different series.